Hello, how you going? Today I am doing The Way You Used to Treat Me by Ike Turner. Subscriber Dashiell Green asked me to cover this, so thank you, Dashiell. I really appreciate that. I apologize if the initial playthrough was a bit sloppy. I haven't played a lot of guitar recently for a few reasons, but I'm keen to get into it. I believe it's in it's D minor. I think it's D minor. I'm pretty confident I got the general vibe of it right. I'm sure some things won't be right. I'm very confident that some things won't be right. But I hope that if you just, learn the general vibe of it and you want to get it 100% right, it'll make it a lot easier to listen to the recording. Anyways, really cool start. I think he upstrokes the D note. I'm doing it on the D string on the 12. Could also be the I think it's a D string on the 6. Okay, so that's upstroke on the D on the 12, and then I think he also upstrokes the bottom 3 strings on the 10, the E, B, and G. Either way sounds good. I think they're both upstrokes, so it's... Now, the chords. I have been doing, in this song, some very rudimentary, I guess, jazzy chords. For the D, I sort of bar it, but don't play the A string, so... For 4, that. So jazzy chord I like to use, might not be right, but it could also just bar it as well, like the other one. But I like to do this, so that's A string on the 10, D string on the 9, and then the bottom 3 on the 10. Oh, I forgot to say the one, sorry. The one is just E, D, G, B, and E, all on the 10 as well. So. Muting the A. With muting strings, like, it's as long as you slightly, don't think about muting it. I think, at least in my experience, it makes it worse. Just hover over it, play lightly, and you won't even be able to hear that it's it should be fine. Like, don't stress too hard. Yeah, this one, and then same for the 5. Now, the one thing, I'll get to that later, but on the walk down, so the 5 and the 4 are actually a little bit different. But anyways, so you got the intro. Now, in the recording, you got both rhythm and lead guitar, I'm pretty sure. Like I always do, I learn it and do a mix of both, so if I was playing by myself, it would sound as full as I guess I can get it. So it's got this cool, almost 3/4 swing to it. Not not exact, but something like that. So I go short, and then now he uses this a lot. It's this I guess double. I don't know if it's a double stop, but you pick either the G and the E or the A and the B, depending on where you are. But at the start, it's the G and the E on the 12, back to the 10, and then you pick the 10 again on the E. So it's G, E on the 12, slide down to the 10, pick the E again. So it's with the 4, you can slide into it. I think it sounds really cool. He might not do it always. I guess don't do it always. I do it just because, I don't know. It's kind of funny. But, yeah, don't do it always. But it's fun. It's fun sometimes. And now, it's the same thing as in the fingers, but it's the D and the B on the 12 and 10. But I go... Now, he doesn't do that. I'm sure he just goes like... It does it simpler. I'm adding more stuff. So the main of it is like... Something like that, you know? If you listen to the recording, it's pretty clear. A lot of the little bits, I just add myself and try to get the similar vibes, but... So yeah, goes to the 4 early, and then the that main riff. I didn't get it exactly right just then, but that's on the 1. So it goes intro 1, 4 early, 1 again, and on the 1, I like to slide it up. I don't know, sounds cooler to me, but it's... But yeah, so on the 1 it's... Not exactly, but it's something like that. Now, initially what I was doing is I was bending... You can, if you want to move your hands less, bend the G on the 12 a whole step. And then 10, 11, 10, 13 on the B. And then the ending I'm pretty confident. It's slide down from 12 to 10. 12 on the A. 12 on the G. 10 on the G. 12 on the A. 10 on the G. So it's... The way I like to do it's a bit more movement, but I think it sounds a little bit better. Slide 12 to 14 on the G. 13, 15 on the B. And then slide 12 to 10. Now that, I found it a little bit hard to get at first, the going up and then sliding down from the 12. Because I don't know, instinctively, I want to go back to the G where I was, but it's... two frets down, so it's slide 12 to 14 on the G, 13, 15 on the B, slide 12 to 10 on the G, 12, 10 on the G, D on the 12, 10 on the G. So and then it starts again. But you don't go to the D. It's nice cool run. Or you can finish it there. I finish it there when I do it onto the turnaround instead of going. Anyways, so after you do it the first time, back to the full. So you know, he uses that a lot. If you want to go further down, because you go 12 to 10, you can also go 10 to 7. And that leads to the one on the 5 easier. Same thing again, like I said, you can finish it going up, you can finish it on the 12, you can finish it on the B. I tend to finish it higher when it's going to go to the turnaround, because the turnaround goes up. So just as the 12 bar goes along, it's got its own, like, I don't know, ups and downs, like a normal 12 bar does. And I like to mold the little licks I'm doing to go up and down with a 12 bar. Or sometimes I go against it, but I don't know, that I'm not too sure on that, because sometimes it sounds good, sometimes it sounds bad. So going with the 12 bar is always the surest way. If you want to do other things, that's super cool, but at least the way I think about it's like, be prepared for it to sound bad until you figure out exactly what you want to do. Now the turnaround, it's got this cool timing. I'll just play it. So. Like he comes in. Like he slides in, and the chord comes in a little bit abruptly. So it's So, like I was saying, the chords I use in the turnaround are different to the 4 and 5 that I would use. Well, it's different to the 4 is different in the turnaround. So instead of it being that triangle-shaped chord, it's that bar chord. So it's for the 5, it is A on the 12, B muted, E also muted. Sorry, D muted and E also muted, and then G, B, and E on the 12. This is be some sort of an A chord, like, I don't know, A minor 7 or something. Then the exact same thing, two frets down. So it's the chord we were playing before, just without this finger, and have it muted. So it's 10 on the A, D and E muted, and on the 10 as well, G, B, and E. This would be a G something, pretty sure. Yeah, it'd be G something, G7, G minor 7. I'm not exactly sure. So slide up. I slide from far away. I like it. You do whatever feels comfortable. And as make the slide sort of slow and fat, and then as you get to it, upstroke the chord. So. I like to do a simple. You can figure out a lot of the song and a lot of the licks you can do by being around the bottom part of the pen, like the pentatonic in the song. Like it's not that complicated. The solo as well, when I get to it, it's also around those chords. So it's a very nice song. I used to get a bit thrown off by old blues songs because I don't know, they don't move a lot, but it sounds really cool. It's I've figured out, you don't have to move a lot for it to sound cool. You can just stick to the pentatonic and it being just awesome. Just takes a bit of time to figure it out. Alright, so turnaround, it's not like one of those 12 bars where the stop's very pronounced, like... It just goes right back into it. Sorry. Second verse, it's the same thing through. It was a little bit messy there, my bad. Now, just before the solo, I think that I only played 2 verses. I think the song might have 3. It's just the same in all of them. There isn't a lot of variation, just the little licks you can vary. Stuff like that, just that 2 finger fits with the song. Now, in the main lick at the end of the verse, just before the solo, don't finish, in my opinion, don't finish the lick back here, like usually, finish it here. I'll show you, so it's... I like to finish it there. On the B on the 13, and that's because in the solo, from what I can hear, he actually starts it down here. So the way I play it, when I was playing it before, starting the lick on the 12 of the B and sliding it up to the 13, so it's then 10 on the E and slide from the 13 to the 15 on the E again, so it's... And then 13, 10 on the E, 13 on the B, finish 10 on the E. And then he does this. It's either... or he continuously hammers around. Either sounds good, but it's on the B from the 13 to the 15. After hammering it, 13 to 15 on the B. From the 14 to the 12 on the G, I do a double stop on the 10, G and B. 12 on the D, sorry. And then double stop 12, 10 on the G and B sets. That is the main lick, the start of the main lick. Main lick. But finishes a little bit different, so it's... Oh no, my bad, sorry, that's wrong. That's right. So he does this. He when he goes back, instead of finishing it normally, he goes. So it's the start of the main lick. When you go back to the G on the 12, then he goes 10, 11, 12 on the A. So it's hammer, 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 hammer. 13 to 15 on the B. 14 to 12 on the G. 10 on the G. 12 on the D. 12 on the G, and then 10, 11 on the D. I'll show it to make it a bit simpler. And then finish it like you started. So finish the main lick like you finished it beforehand, or maybe actually instead of finishing it on the 13 like you did before the solo, I sometimes finish it on the 15. So it's because then he goes again, but instead of sliding to the 15, slide to the 17 and keep picking it. Now this is where I kind of deviate a little bit, but you go 12 to 13 on the B, 10, 13 on the G, like we did before, but instead of sliding up to the 15, slide up to the 17 and keep picking it. Now you keep picking it, and then it's 19, 17, 15, and then keep picking it on the 13. So it's sorry. So yeah, 19, 17, 15, 13, then 15, 13, 10, and then you can either go 15, 13 on the B or 13, 10 to go lower, whatever you feel like. The end of the solo, you can do. I think he does it closer to the main lick. In the turnaround bit, I like to go further up. Mess around and see what sounds good. That's pretty much it. Besides the N, which is cool. I don't know if I got the ends, like he stops at some point. I don't know if he stops at the end of the turnaround or at the start. I sort of forgot, my bad. But regardless, like let's say he stops at the end. The stop doesn't exactly matter. Like you can figure it out if you listen to the song. But what comes after is important. It's basically, you can do it again around the main pentatonic. It would be half step bend on the 12 on the D twice, and then 10, 12 on the D. Do that twice. I personally like to do it further up on the 15 on the A, because you know. Same note. So it's on the A, 15 to 17. Sorry, 17 half step bend. Twice, and then so it's, and then there's the way I do is I kind of like very lightly, like don't tap as if you were pressing the note fully, like I don't know, half play the note and then slide up real quick. And I like to up pick and then down pick, and I do it slide up on the A and then slide down on the D. Sorry, slide up on the D, slide down on the A. Now, I'm not sure if he finishes it on the D. Oh, or if he finishes on the G. I think he finishes it on the D, and instead of doing the normal chord that I was doing, I add the A. So it's a 10 on the E, 9 on the A, and then bar on the 10 for the other string. So it's yeah, that's pretty much it. See ya.